Hi everyone, it's Jerry Ann with scrapandstampcreations.blogspot.com, and this is part 2 for November 24th, 2014. We went through in part 1 all of the holiday cards and projects that'll be in the holiday sampler, and now we are working on some nice everyday cards to send to people. Using the pattern for 16 standard size cards out of the Wishes collection. And the Wishes book that we are using is on page 190 of the catalog, which is 9041, and it retails for $14.95. It comes as a softback book, spiral bound now, opposed to the $30 I paid for mine. Long when they came out first and that. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We are going to be using the Pathfinding paper collection in order to make these 16 cards. I'm really excited, so we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm using an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper in order to cut out the cardstock 1. So I have 2 pieces for number 8, card number 8. And I'm just going to throw these in. I'm using my trusty little box here. And since we're using the opposite side, all of our pieces go behind the numbers instead of in front of the numbers, because we're using the 1 to 12 side. And then our next pieces, oh, that didn't work. It was supposed to be something different. Oh well. So these are for card number 7. That's card number 1. I need a this one is for card number 2. There's our second one for there. By 3.5. This is for card number 2. And then we need the last pieces for number 3. Alright, so these are for card number 3. Now, I'm not giving out the measurements as I'm cutting because it is in the book and it is a copyrighted book, so I just don't feel real comfortable just giving out the measurements. So, and like I said, everything is falling over here on this side beside me. Alright. For our second piece of cardstock here, your first cut is going to be at 5.5. I will tell you that. And then we have, I feel like my book is in the way here. Because it's hardbound, it doesn't flip like the other one that I could just flip back and forth. And because it's a little itty bitty picture opposed to like the big things that I normally do, it's kind of crazy as well. So this is for cards number 3 and 4. These two pieces are for card number 1. And then we have these two pieces for number 6. And then this piece here is for number 3. Our next cut, again, well, actually, we're going to cut our zip strip off. We're going to rotate this around and cut it at 4 inches. We're going to set this aside knowing it goes sideways. We're going to go ahead and split this at 2 inches and then take off the amount at the bottom that the pattern tells you to. So these two are for number 8. These two long pieces are for number 2. Now what we're going to do is cut at 4 1/4. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so 2 of these go in 2 and 2 of these go in 5. And then we need 2 itty bitty ones. And these are for 7. And then these, cut this down to make piece number 4. So these two little pieces here are extra. So then we are left with this piece here, and we're going to cut this down at what it tells us. This little piece here is extra, and these two go for number 7. Okay, so we have this much extra so far. And our zip strip. And I used the zip strip on those other cards that we had made. So our first cut we're going to take at, I want to look and see. Yep, I want to do it this way. All right. So this last one, where our first cut is going to be at 5 1/2. And we're going to work from this side of the diagram this way, just because these are 5 1/2, and this has got some tricky little cuts there. So I want to definitely get that done first. So let's get the easy stuff going. And this actually cut that wrong. Should have been 2 littler pieces, so that was good. So these are for number 1. And then 1, 2. These are for number 4. These are for number 3. These are for number 1. And then this would be, yep. So then we're going to cut this one here. This is for number 8. And then this is for number 7 and number 6. It was a little tricky cutting there at the bottom. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to actually cut off 2.5 off the bottom here. And we're going to do exactly the same thing that we just did. So again, this one is for number 8. This little piece right here is scrap. This one right here is for number 8. And then number 7 and number 6. Okay? And then this long piece we can cut, besides this white line here, I'm going to get rid of that. We're going to cut our long piece first, and then our 2 pieces out of this one. These are both for number 2. This little piece is extra. So then we're going to cut at 2 at 2 inches. For card number 2, we're going to cut and then these 2 pieces are for number 5. So that is all of the cutting that you need in order to do the 16 cards on page 100 through 115 for the Wishes book. So I'm going to go ahead and break the video again so that you have all the cutting all able to do in one fell swoop once you have the book. A lot of you have the book, and you definitely will be able to go ahead and watch how I cut in order to cut the diagrams properly. So join us for the next video and you will see how to put the cards together.